Hey everyone, today we're diving into a really cool strategy for building a paycheck right from your investments. And I'm talking about a paycheck that could show up every single month like clockwork. Let's get right into it. So let me just start with a simple question. Just think about this for a second. What if your investments didn't just pay you a few times a year? What if instead they paid you every single month, just like a salary? I mean, that's a whole different way of thinking about income from your portfolio, right? And this is really the key difference. You see, most stocks that pay dividends do it quarterly. That's 4 times a year, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's infrequent. Then you have this company, Realty Income, that just operates on a totally different schedule. 12 payments a year, one every month. That kind of consistency, well, that starts to feel a lot less like a random dividend and a whole lot more like a reliable paycheck. So you're probably asking, a paycheck from a stock? How is that even possible? Well, let's meet the company making it happen. Its name is Realty Income. The ticker symbol is just the letter O. And get this, they've actually trademarked the nickname the Monthly Dividend Company. Yeah, they have built their entire identity around this one powerful idea. So what exactly is this company O? It's a special kind of company called a REIT. That stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. Put simply, it's a massive company that owns a ton of commercial properties. We're talking over 13,000 of them. And the cool part is, you can buy a little piece of it, just like you would with any other stock. It's kind of like a shortcut for the everyday person to become a big-time commercial landlord. Okay, so if O is the landlord, how in the world does it generate income that's so incredibly consistent that it can afford to pay out a dividend every single month, year after year? Well, the answer is all in its really specific and honestly very clever business model. Here it is. This is the secret sauce. It's something called a triple net lease. Now, this is a kind of lease agreement where the tenant, not the landlord, is the one responsible for paying for pretty much everything: property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance. This genius model shifts all those major unpredictable costs away from Realty Income, which makes their income stream incredibly stable and easy to predict. And who are these tenants, you ask? Well, they're businesses you literally see every single day. We're talking about essential, often recession-resistant companies like Walgreens, 7-Eleven, and Dollar General. You know, these are super reliable businesses that absolutely need their physical stores to operate. And that just adds another thick layer of security to Realty Income's whole setup. Now, getting a check every month is great, but the real magic, the part that gets really exciting, is what happens when you don't spend it. This is where we get to talk about the power of monthly compounding. This is the engine that can turn those small monthly paychecks into a giant snowball of wealth over time. All right, let's just walk through a quick example to see exactly how this works. Imagine you make a one-time investment of $50,000 into Realty Income. And the plan is super simple. For the next 10 years, you just automatically reinvest every single dividend you get to buy more shares. Set it and forget it. So based on a pretty typical dividend yield, that $50,000 investment would, right out of the gate, start generating about $208 a month. That's your starting paycheck. It's a nice little bonus for sure, but trust me, it is just the beginning. So here's how that investment just builds on itself. In year one, that $208 buys you a few more shares each month. And guess what? Those new shares immediately start earning their own dividends. Fast forward to year 5, and that snowball is really starting to pick up speed. You're reinvesting more, so you're buying even more shares every month. And by year 10, well, the effect is absolutely transformative. So after a decade of that consistent monthly reinvesting, plus the company's own history of dividend growth, that initial $208 paycheck could more than double. You could be looking at over $450 a month. Think about that. Your income stream has grown dramatically, and you haven't invested a single extra dollar out of your own pocket. Now that is the power of compounding. But of course, no investment is perfect. There's always another side to the story. So to get the full picture, it's really important we look at both the good stuff and the potential downsides of this strategy. Let's take a fair, balanced look. Okay, the pros are pretty clear, right? You get consistent monthly income, the company has a long history of raising that dividend, and it's a super simple way to own a portfolio of defensive real estate. But on the flip side, the cons are really important to think about. REITs can be sensitive to changes in interest rates. A really bad economic downturn could hurt their tenants. And something to note, the dividends are usually taxed as ordinary income, which can be a higher rate than other kinds of investment income. So when you put this all together, what does this strategy actually mean for your financial future? Because it's about more than just buying one stock. It's really a whole mindset for building long-term passive income. This quote from the source material just perfectly sums up the whole idea. I built a paycheck that never stops. The goal isn't just to own an asset, it's to build an engine that spits out a paycheck month after month, whether you're actively working or not. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, first, O gives you a pretty rare way to generate a monthly salary-like income stream. Second, its business model is just built for stability, right on the back of reliable tenants and solid leases. Third, the real power, the true magic, is unlocked through that long-term monthly compounding. And finally, remember, this isn't just about one stock. This is a blueprint, a strategy for building your very own passive income engine. And ultimately, this isn't just about the numbers on a screen. It's about what those numbers can actually do for you, for your life. So the last question I'll leave you with is this. What could a never-stopping paycheck, one that you built yourself, what could that truly mean for your future?